Hey guys, so I'm back with part 2 of making these scrappy windows, and in this part I'm going to just play around with some embellishment pieces. I'm going to make some wallpaper pockets. So I'm going to bring in some wallpaper here. Actually, this is the die that I use to make my wallpaper pockets, and it is actually by Tim Holtz, and it is called, let me see, sorry guys. It is called the gift card bag, and what it comes with is this die and then a bunch of letters, so you're supposed to be able to punch out oh, I don't know, little sayings, I think, like thank you, and yeah, so that's the front and this is the back. Now this is what I use to make the wallpaper pockets, and I'm going to bring in a few wallpaper rolls. These rolls I just got from eBay, so you wouldn't have seen them yet. They are going to be in the next stash packs. So this is one of the rolls. It's absolutely beautiful. I actually have a few pockets left right now over in my shop. I popped a couple up, but the rest will be going into my stash packs. So I'm going to just roll this out. And then what I do is I bring over my die here. I'm just going to move some things out the way so I've got a little bit more space to pull it up. Normally what I'll do is I'll just sort of measure out my die here on the roll, and I'll just sort of cut all the way down. But for this I'll just sort of cut, can I bring that up? It doesn't really matter what part of the pattern I'm going to have on there, because I'm actually going to cut a window out of it. So just cut out this piece of wallpaper here, guys. Roll that one back up. So that's one of my wallpaper rolls, and the other one is, I'm going to pop that over there. The other one is this one that I grabbed. It's another yellow one, so it's like that, but then there are some sort of white pieces on it as well. So that's the other wallpaper roll that I grabbed from eBay. And push all my little dies aside. I've got a bit of a mess happening here at the moment. So that fits in nicely on my wallpaper piece now, and I'm going to bring over my die cutting machine. And it's, you know, it's such a great die to have. It's one that I use over and over again, and actually I think this goes to the right way. Sorry guys, I'm mumbling to myself. I like it when I buy products that I get a lot of use out of, and this is one that I get a lot of use out of. This one, and I would say the tickets one from Tim Holtz as well. That's another really, really good die to have. So I'm going to pop that in here like this, and just sit my die right there. It's a little bit of a tricky maneuver, but once it's in, it's in. I'm going to roll that through here. And then I usually have little pieces of wallpaper, and because I don't want them to go to waste, I usually grab them and then they go into my scraps box, and I make embellishment pieces out of this because there's still some nice pattern on there. And here we've got the wallpaper pocket, and you can see it's got, I don't know if you can see too well, it's scored a little bit here, so I generally just go along and fold those lines, and then I glue there and I seal it up, and there is one wallpaper pocket. So with this one, what I'm going to do is I'm not going to seal it up right now, but I'm going to choose a die, and I'm going to cut a window out of the front piece here. I don't know what die I'm going to use just yet. Pop that aside. I'll see what fits. square one probably would have been quite good. Maybe something like that. But then we need one that's going to be bigger, so I'm just going to sit behind it there. Okay, I'm actually going to do a square die here. So that one there, the bigger piece, is going to be used to sit behind. I'm going to do the plastic and that. Just gonna, you can use some washi tape, I think, to sort of hold this in place, but do I have some washi tape? Let me just see, guys, if I can find a roll in here somewhere. Maybe not. Nope. Oh, it would have been good if I did, because generally they do move about quite a bit, but let's just hope it's not too bad. So I think it's probably not going to be very straight, I don't think. But that's okay. You guys can do a better job than me. My stuff is generally quite wonky. We'll just go with it. Hopefully that won't move about too much. Alright, let's wind this through. And once again, there's a cool die that I'm just going to pop in my die sort of basket that I have. And there is our little window. Yeah, it's a bit crooked. Yeah, could have come over a little bit, but oh well, that's that. Pop this aside and then we'll, oh actually I need to cut the plastic, so I might do that now. So I'm going to grab my plastic piece and I'm going to use the bigger part here and just cut out bring back my die cutting machine. It's a little bit fiddly, but it's really fun, and I like the effect that it gives. Okay, so there's our square piece done. It's going to sit behind. We don't need this anymore, so we'll pop it aside. And I'm going to see what I'm going to work on here. I'll just use this one for the back. I kind of thought maybe some flowers might go nicely in the little window part here. Maybe we could do that, but I don't know because the pattern's quite busy. Yeah, I don't know how this is actually going to turn out because it is quite a busy pattern. Or you could pop a little bird in there. That would be really sweet. Doesn't always have to be a scrappy embellishment. Could be a little bird like this. That's quite a sweet idea. What else do we have here? That one hasn't stamped properly. I think the bird is quite a nice idea. We'll see how we go anyway, guys. I'll just bring in some stuff and see how it turns out anyway. I'm going to bring in some handmade paper this time. Put that in there. Maybe some lace. Got a little bit of lace, and it'd be nice. I think maybe it's best to make it a bit more of a simple piece behind there. Yeah, I'm pretty unsure about this one, but I'm just going to go ahead and start to glue some things down, and you know, not everything works out sometimes, so if it doesn't look quite right, then next time you can just try something a bit more different, you know. So it's just the process of crafting. Not everything comes out perfectly. Something that took me quite some time to come to terms with, I think, when I sort of first started crafting and things like that, and I would watch a lot of crafters, and I would sort of really try my hardest to make things look perfect when I made them, and they wouldn't come out. Well, I was always comparing myself, and things just wouldn't really come out as nicely as I would like them to. And you know, I think sometimes we're our own harshest critic when it comes to creating and things like that. But now I've sort of reached a stage where it doesn't matter, it's more about the process. So if it doesn't turn out, it doesn't turn out. Maybe we should... We'll pop some of this in just because I love it. Some of these threads here. Where did I just put it? It just went away with the glue. Here's that one. Does need a focal point though, I think. I wonder if that would... still in my eyes doesn't really go. You know, it really would have been nice if I had a tiny little butterfly, but I don't think I do. I've got a big one, but I don't have a small one. I've got one that's stamped on some brown paper. Maybe that would work. Might work, but it's just a little bit big. I think it's a little bit big for that piece. Let's see, what's this one? Right, I've got this little piece here that I just stamped on some brown paper again. I'm just going to cut this out very quickly and very roughly. We'll see if that one will work. I've really got to sort out my stamps. They're just absolutely everywhere right now. What do you guys think? I am not sure. But you know, I'm just going to put it in there anyway. Otherwise we would be sitting here all day. So I'm going to pop that on here. And then we'll sew. And I didn't change the colour of my thread on my machine because I think with this piece it would be nice with a cream thread. So yeah. Okay. So there's that. I'm going to add a tiny little bit of glue to hold it all in place. Not too much, just a little bit. Then I'm going to take it to the sewing machine and I will stitch it in. Okay. So there it is in our little scrappy window. There's really not that much in there. Handmade paper, some lace, some thread, and a little stamped image there. And I do have some glue strings in there, but oh well, it's okay. And I'm going to stitch it into here, into my little wallpaper pocket. So I will be back with you in 1 second when this is all done and stitched and sealed up. Okay guys, so I'm back now and I've sewn up this little scrappy window. So let me show you the end result here. I hope that's focusing okay. So here it is, it's sitting inside the front of my wallpaper pocket. That's all been sealed up now, it's ready to use. So you can see here, it's sort of through there. I think it turned out okay. I don't think it turned out too badly in the end. Probably could have been a bit of a nice design in the middle, but you know, it's alright. And it's got that awesome crinkly factor as well as your lovely wallpaper texture on this little pocket here. So that's that one, and I'll pop that aside and we'll work on maybe another little embellishment. So I'm going to play around with, I think I'm going to grab some handmade paper here and put that one there aside. This is kind of a white, sort of a grey piece. So I'm going to tear some of that off. And we'll make a little embellishment. I think, which one should we use? Thinking this large scallop piece again, and then I'm going to actually do a much smaller piece on the inside for the little window. I think actually a butterfly would have been really nice in the middle of that one too. And we have anyway, I'm going to position this on my die machine. And we'll cut both pieces out. You could do whatever shape in there that you wanted to. If you wanted to make it a circle piece, you could. Or a square. It's kind of... maybe we should do a square, and then we could pop this little fabric piece behind it, but it would need to be a larger square, I think. I think. Then I might emboss the handmade paper as well. I'm going to do that, guys. I'm going to position, I hope that this is going to be somewhat straight. It's probably going to be a bit crooked in the middle there. Normally I'd probably look down more face on, but you guys won't want to see my head in the camera, so... Okay, I hope that's sort of centered. We'll run this through and cut out our handmade paper. Okay, not really center. So that's what that looks like, and I'm going to grab my embossing folder. I'm going to use my favorite one, and I'm just going to emboss this piece a little bit, I think. So I've got to take this bottom plate out for that. So I'll just quickly bring this one back in and run it through. So that piece is embossed now. I'll put all this aside, I don't need it anymore. And I'm thinking, I wonder if there is... that one's probably a little bit more square, so got that piece there. And oh, I do need to cut out the plastic actually, so I don't think I did that. So we'll grab our plastic again. I'm going to pop these two aside, and I'm going to need something that's larger, so yep, that piece. Thought I was done with my die cutting machine, but I'm not. Okay, pop that one aside. Bring this back very quickly. Did I put that piece? Nope. This needs a good scrub, this machine. It's just been used over and over again. That should be the last time we need it. Let's grab our plastic out of there. Okay. Take one off, and here is our little piece of fabric, and I'm just wondering if I should try and stick something around the frame there. Maybe I should just leave it and then see. It's quite a simple little piece there. Might leave it because yeah, there's not that much there, so I'm just going to pop a little bit of glue on the back to secure this piece if the glue comes out. Try and center it as much as I can. So it's there on the back, and I'm just going to pop a little bit of glue. So there we go, that's all in place there, and now I just have to sew that around there, and I'm going to keep the cream thread on this one, and this one you could definitely add some tea stain paper to the back, and then it could be like a tiny little journaling card or something like that. But anyway, I'm going to go off and I'll stitch this, and I'll be back in a second. Alright guys, so I finished stitching around just this little piece here. Very simple, just with a stamped piece of fabric inside on this handmade paper. So it's like that on the back, and just some stitching around there. So very simple, and once again you could grab some, you could probably use the die again so it matches, and get some tea stain paper, and that could go through on the back, and then you can actually use that for writing or whatever you want it to. So that is that little piece there. And then I thought I might make a tag, so I had some tags already die cut out, so I grabbed this one here because I love the sort of floral pattern on it. So I'm going to use this, and I'm going to cut a little window out here. So which one? I think I'm going to use this scalloped one again. So I'll just quickly, I actually already cut the plastic out for this one just to save a little bit of time, because you guys are probably sick of seeing me do this over and over again. But I'll just pop this one in here and I'll try and line it up. Once again, it's probably going to be wonky, but it's okay, it's fine. And it's such a great way, once again, to use up those bits of plastic, that plastic packaging that just end up going in the bin. And you know, if you didn't have a die cutting machine, you could just use your scissors. Actually, the first one I did, I just used scissors. I didn't use my die cutting machine. So actually, let me see if I can find it for you. I don't know if I showed. Yeah. So this is all I did. I just cut, I grabbed it's a piece of paper, not piece of paper, piece of plastic. This piece of plastic, or it was a different one, and I literally just cut a square and then started piecing in some scrappy pieces and a bird, and then I sewed it up. So it was just like this. So you don't even need a die cutting machine to cut out. I just wanted some different shapes, so that's why I used it. So I'll pop that one aside and we'll work on the tag. And I've cut out the plastic, so here it is. And let's see what we can put together for this one in the little window. I wanted to use this little vase of flowers here, so I'm definitely going to use that. I love this netting. You'll see me use the same things over and over again, I think, but it's just, I love using this stuff. So sorry if you can hear my dog, he's cleaning himself. Backs. Oh dear. And what else do we have in our little pile here? Got sewing paper. Let's see. I didn't bring too much over actually. Got this little scrap of fabric. Maybe we can use that. Let's use that. It's very pretty, so we'll bring that over. We'll pop it in somehow. And what else do we have? Got scrapbooking paper. No, I don't think I'm going to use that. It's got wallpaper here again. Sometimes it's better when you just sort of bring over a pile of smaller stuff, because yeah, sometimes when you have too much bits and pieces around, I find it can be a bit hindering. I wonder if we can pop that there and that there. Okay, we'll do that. Just pop it on here. Get this glue to come out again. I'll try and keep it up a little bit because I want it sort of in the center of that tag. Sort of position it. Maybe that will help. It's a lot smaller, the front die piece. This here, a little bit of knitting. It's not really going to show too much on it, I don't think. You don't really need too much on it for it to look effective anyway, so place that there. And I'm going to pop this. Maybe we can sort of put that in the middle. I'll just cut it down a little bit. If I I can still stick that on there. I'm thinking this is not looking very good at all, but it's okay. Yeah, it's looking terrible. We'll take that off. Now what else should we add in? I'll scrunch up some of this tissue somehow. Pop it in here. Or maybe I'll fall back again onto this lovely threads. So I do love them. I think they're in, yeah, they're in a lot of the a lot of the windows. So I would even start now, I think, when I'm doing some sewing and I've got bits of thread. It's, you know, you put them in a bowl next to you and they'll all gather up and then you can use them. But I'm not really liking that either. Got a little bit of lace here. That would look really nice on the front maybe. Instead of being in the window, it could be down the bottom. Let's see how that goes. Sorry guys, my kidlets are rummaging around upstairs. It's looking a bit plain, I think. I'm a bit stuck on this one. But I'm just going to do that. I'm going to leave this quite plain. Yeah, I think I will. So I'll just pop some glue on here again, guys, and I'm going to go off and sew it. And I will be back in a minute. Alright guys, so I've just finished off this little tag. I decided not to put anything down there. Sometimes it's nice when it's a little bit plain, so that's all it looks like in the little frame there. And I had some netting, so I popped some netting at the top of the little tag as well. And once again, you can use some tea stain paper to pop behind that. So that's the little tag, that's a little piece with handmade paper and fabric, and this is the wallpaper pocket piece. So I hope you've enjoyed this little craft along with me. There's my little journal page as well, this little scrappy windows in there. I hope you've enjoyed these two sort of craft along with me videos, and I hope you guys have a lovely weekend, and I'm going to get back to creating for these stash packs. If you want to keep updated with those, I do post on my stories, so if you want to see how they're coming along, you can pop over there and check out my stories and things like that. So anyway, have a lovely weekend guys, and I will talk to you very soon. Bye guys.